गणानां त्वा गणपतिं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमम् ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनः शृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम् श्रीमहागणाधिपतये नमः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवांसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः। स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Dear friends, we are in this Mundakopanishad, second Mundaka, second Khanda and sixth shloka. Araiva Rathanabhau Samhata Itra Nadyah. We read that mantra in the last class and we have also started reading the Bhashyam. So the context is, there was a question, where is this say Brahman located? So that Brahman is located in you only. That is what the Upanishad is saying. That is Araiva Rathanabhau Samhata Etra Nadyah Sa Yeshontascharate Bahudha Jayamanah. He is there. That consciousness, that Brahman which is called consciousness, he is there in your own Buddhi Guha. That cave called the heart. Heart means mind. Heart does not mean the physical heart which pumps the blood. That is the mind, Buddhi Guha. In that Buddhi Guha, it is appearing. And we read this line, Pashyan Shrunvan Manvano Vijanan, that is, as a seer and as a person who listens, as a listener, Manvanaha, as a person who thinks, and Vijanan, as a person who knows, Bahudha, Anekadha, in several manners, Krodha, Harshadi, Pratyayehi, with so many experiences, such as Pratyaya means an Anubhava, an experience, or Jnanam. Pratyaya literally means a Jnanam, but also Jnanam means an experience. What type of experiences? Krodha, Harshadi. Krodha, anger, Harsha, Adi, etc. Very many other experiences. Adi Pratyayehi, Jayamana iva Jayamana. It is as though it is appearing again and again. Because in all these things, you are recognizing the presence of that consciousness. Because that consciousness which is illumining all these things, it is somewhat, in that Kathopanishad we have seen a beautiful example, beautiful metaphor, let us say. So there, the sunlight is there. And because there is a sunlight in this room, we are able to see all these objects. So this consciousness is somewhat like that sunlight which is reflecting on our Antahkarana. And because of the reflection of that, consciousness, or Brahma Chaitanya as we call it, because of the reflection of that Brahma Chaitanya, we are able to cognize all these things. And because we are seeing all these things, we are deducing or we are knowing the presence of that light. Otherwise, we will not know the presence of that light. Because we are seeing all these things, we are knowing the presence, we are realizing the presence of that light. So that is what it is. Bahudha Jayamana iva Antahkarana Upadhi Anuvidhaitvat. Antahkarana Upadhi Anuvidhaitvat. Anuvidhanam means as though following, as though accompanying. Anuvidhanam, Anuvidhaitvat means as though following, as though obeying that Upadhi Dharma. Upadhi has certain characteristics. Antahkarana is full of so many vasanas. Antahkarana is full of so many, vasana means so many impressions, latent impressions. It has got accumulated, vasanas. There is a big, vast accumulation of vasanas in the Antahkarana. All these things, Hrir, Dhir, Bhi, Tyetat, Sarvam Manayeva, isn't it? Say what is this? Kamaha, Sankalpa, Vichikitsa, all those things, they are all accumulated in the mind. So all that accumulation is called Antahkarana. So all these dharmas, they look as though they are reflected in that Chaitanya, as though they are attributable to that Chaitanya. Though that Chaitanya has nothing to do with all these things, Antahkarana, it is looking as though it is following the Antahkarana dharmas. It is imitating the Antahkarana dharmas. In reality, it is not so. So that is it. So let us read the next line. वदन्ति लौकिकाः हृष्टो जातः क्रुद्धो जातः इति. वदन्ति लौकिकाः. In the normal world also, Laukika means not necessarily say worldly people. Laukika means in the world, in normal transaction, it means like that, not that worldly people. Hrushto jataha, that is, I became aham hrushto jataha, I was very happy. Then aham kruddho jataha, I was very angry. So such expressions we come across, people saying. Then tam atmanam om ityevam omkaralambana santaha yathokta kalpanaya dhyayatha chintayata. So how to realize it? In the last class we talked about this Omkara, the significance of the Omkara, how this Omkara is a symbol to denote that supreme, say infinite thing. Suppose you want to denote something which is infinite, which includes everything, the whole Shabda Prapancha, the whole Rupa Prapancha, everything and all our experiences. And if you want to derive some sort of symbol to denote that is that A, U, Ma, in those three matras, everything has been we have done a sort of equation of Shabda Prapancha with this Om and Rupa Prapancha with Om and all our experiences with Om. In the last class we had a small discussion on that. So with that in mind, Tam Atmanam Om Ityevam. So all that particular consciousness is not different from this Omkara is representing that Atma. In that manner, Om Ityevam Omkara Alambana Santaha. By having this Omkara as Alambana means support. Lakshmi Nrusimha Mamadehi Karavalambam. Karavalambam means you give support of your hand. Avalambam means support. You hold hand holding. In government we use the word hand holding. So that Omkara Alambana Santaha, having that as a sort of say support, then Yathokta Kalpanaya, by means of that Kalpana, earlier we have done some sort of visualization. What is that visualization? This Ratha and not Ratha, this bow, arrow, etc. That Kalpana was made, isn't it? Yathokta Kalpanaya, Dhyayatha Chintayata, you meditate on that. So you are having that Omkara as that Dhanas, that is bow, and your own self as the arrow. You see that arrow goes and sticks into that, merges into that goal which is called the Brahman, and then Seravat Tanmayo Bhavet. Like that arrow becomes part and parcel of that target. You have to become part and parcel of that, not part and parcel because Brahman is not having any parts. You just merge into that. So that is what it is. The problem is we have to be very careful with our words also. We can't say part and parcel. Okay, Tesham Nirvignataya Brahma Praptim. Oh, there is one more line?
Yeah.
No. Chintayata. Okay. Uktam cha vaktavyam shishyebhyah Acharyena Janata. Janata Acharyena. That is, by the teacher who knows the subject. By the teacher who are not necessarily at the theoretical level, but here we are talking about a teacher who has realized the Brahman. Janata means one who has realized, by a teacher who has realized. So, by the teacher who has realized, Uktam cha Vaktavyam. So, Vaktavyam Uktam. That is, what all has to be told has been told. Vaktavyam Uktam. That is, whatever has to be told has been told. Shishyebhyah, to the Shishyas, to the students. Then Shishyascha Brahma Vidya Vividushutvat Nivrutta Karmano Mokshapathe Pravruttaha. Shishyascha, and also the students. On the part of the teacher, he has imparted what all he has to impart. So what are these people doing? Brahma Vidya Vividushutvat. Because all these people are Brahma Vidya Vividushuhu. Vividisha means Vetum Ichha. The one who has that Vividisha is called Vividishu. So that is what is this Vividishutvat. That is, Vividishutvam means having that Vividisha is Vividishutvam. That is, having the desire to know. So because they have the desire to know, Brahma Vidya Vividishutvat means because they have the desire to realize Brahman, not merely know means not at the intellectual level but experience it, then Nivrutta Karmana. Then what are they supposed to do? they can't engage in their normal activities. Normal activities means they with the notion of I. A jnani can be doing action, that's a different thing. A jnani, he will also do, say, whatever is prarabdha karma, he may be doing. But then here we are talking about nivritta karmana, means that notion of I has gone in that person. Nivritta karmana means I am the doer, so that notion disappears. So that is what is meant by nivritta karmana. Nivritta karmana moksha pathe pravruttaha. They are now engaged in that moksha patha, in the path of moksha. Patha is path, in the path of moksha, in the path of realization. Then the teacher is blessing them. Tesham nirvighnataya brahma praptim.
Tesham nirvighnataya brahma praptim.
Ashasti acharyah.
Ashasti acharyah.
Ashasti acharyah is Ashasti acharyah. This acharya, Ashasti means he blesses. What? Nirvighnataya tesham brahma prapti. Without any obstacle. Nirvighnata means without any vighna. Vighna means an obstacle. Vigneshwara, he is supposed to be the lord of obstacles. That is the person, the God who removes all the obstacles. So that is why we do Vignesha Prarthana before starting any endeavor. So Brahma Praptim Ashasti. So he blesses them that okay, you have this Brahma Prapti without any obstacle. Then Swasti Nirvighnastu.
Swasti Nirvighnastu.
Vaha Yushmakam. Paraya Parakulaya. Okay, Swasti means may good befall you. Su plus asti is swasti. Asti means something it is existing. Swasti means existing very well. So that means it does not mean existing very well. Swasti means swasti bhavatu. Swasti prajabhyah paripalayantam. Swasti prajabhyah means swasti prajabhyah bhavatu. That is the meaning. Full sentence, isn't it? Prajabhyah swasti bhavatu. All the people, may all people live happily. So that is what it means. Then swasti here means in this particular context nirvighnamastu. Depending on the context we have to take the meaning. Swasti means in this context nirvighnamastu. May you not have any obstacle. So that is it. Nirvighnamastu. Vaha swasti vahparaya. That is the line. Swasti vahparaya tamasah parastat. In that moolam. Swasti vahparaya. Vaha means yushmakam, to you. Paraya means parakulaya. Parakulaya means to reach the other shore. Kulam actually means it may be a river or it may be an ocean. The other end of the shore, the other end is called the kulam. Nadi, particularly it refers to a nadi. Nadi means a river. River has two banks. So kulam is the other bank. In order to reach the other bank. Then parastat kasmat. Avidya tamasaha avidyarahita brahmatma swarupa gamanaya ityarthaha. So parastat kasmat, beyond what? Parastat, that word parastat, isn't it? Paraya tamasah parastat. Tamasaha parastat paraya. That is parastat kasmat, that is beyond what? Beyond what means avidya tamasaha, beyond the darkness called avidya. Avidya is compared to a tamas, because avidya, you may be a very, very brilliant man, you may be a very, very brilliant office manager, you may be a brilliant chartered accountant, whatever you are. So long as you have not realized, or so long as you are not in this path, you are only going after all avidya, paravidya, aparavidya things only. All aparavidya aspects only we are pursuing in our daily life. And then we are busy breaking our heads, having headaches, having so much of tensions. So with all the notion of I and mine, so we are having so many tensions. So if you want to get rid of all these things, slowly get into this, so that at least whether you get Brahmavidya or not, in the same process you will slowly get some maturity of mind, and God willing you will also get Brahmavidya. So that is what it is. Avidya tamasaha, from this darkness called avidya, avidya rahita brahmatma swarupa gamanaya. That is, this Brahmatma Swarupam, that is realizing that one's Atma is not different from that Brahman. One's self is not different from that Brahman. He is, when does it take place? That is avidya rahitam. This knowledge is something which is avidya rahitam, which is devoid of any darkness, which is devoid of any such avidya, ignorance, which is devoid of ignorance. That Brahmatma Swarupa Gamanaya, in order to attain it, in order to reach that state of realization. Gamanaya ityarthaha. Then, yosau tamasah parastat
योऽसो तमसः परस्तात्
samsara mahodadhim tirtva gantavyah
संसारमहोदधिं तीर्त्वा गन्तव्यः
paravidya vishaya iti
परविद्या विषय इति
sa kasmin vartate ityaha.
स कस्मिन् वर्तत इत्याह.
Again, the same. Where is that Paravidya Vishaya? The Paravidya Vishaya means the subject matter for Paravidya. The subject matter, what is the topic of Paravidya? Brahma. So, Paravidya Vishaya, yaha asau, yosau, that is that which is, tamasaha parastat, beyond that darkness, samsara mahodadhim tirtva gantavyaha, and you have to attain that place by crossing over the ocean called samsara. You have to attain that by crossing over the world, crossing over the ocean called samsara. Samsara mahodadhi, maha udadhi, that mighty ocean called samsara. Tirtva means having crossed, gantavyaha means it has to be achieved, it has to be reached. Paravidya vishaya iti. Kasmin vartate, where is it located? Where exactly is it located? Again and again we are putting the same question. So again, earlier also it said, Yesho antascharate bahudha jayamanaha. The Shruti is again and again saying in order to explain it in a more and more clear way. So that is it. Let us read the mantra. Yas sarvagnyas sarvavid.
Yas sarvagnyas sarvavid.
Yas yaisha mahima bhuvi.
यस्यैष महिमा भुवि
दिव्ये ब्रह्मपुरे ह्येष
दिव्ये ब्रह्मपुरे ह्येष
व्योम्न्यात्मा प्रतिष्ठितः.
व्योम्न्यात्मा प्रतिष्ठितः.
The other shloka also, the other mantra also is counted here in my edition. In your edition it is split as two. The next mantra, Manomayah Pranashariraneta, it is also counted in the same number 7. Manomayah Pranashariraneta, it is counted as number 7. Even in the Gita Press edition, it is counted like that only. So, Gita Press edition is tallying with this thing. This is this Mahesh Samsthana Institute. This is Mahesh Research Institute, Varanasi. So, this is again a standard edition. But anyway, you can, because your book has split, we will follow that. It doesn't matter because the Bhashyam is same. So, Yas Sarvagnya Sarvavit Yasyaisha Mahima Bhuvi Divye Brahmapure Hyesha Vyomni Atma Pratishtitaha. So where is it located? The question was that. Then again it is repeating. Yaha, again it is saying, Yaha Sarvagyaha Sarvavit. So this line we have come across earlier in the very first part of the Mundaka. Yes, Sarvagnya Sarvavit Yasya Jnanamayam Tapaha. We have seen Sarvagnya and Sarvavit. We have seen some small differentiation there. Some distinction made between these two. Sarvagyaha literally it means Sarvam Janati. Sarvavit, Sarvam Vetti. It does not matter much. But then there was a small distinction made because the Upanishad Rishi is using two words. So it means it has some significance. Sarvagyaha Samanyena Sarvam Janati iti Sarvagyaha. That Ishvara who has got that cosmic, who at the level of cosmic intellect. The Ishvara at the level of cosmic intellect is called Sarvagnya. Sarvavit. The same Hiranya, at the level of Hiranyagarbha, which has entered into all these beings from in the intellect of an ant, in the intellect of a mosquito, and in the intellect of a mighty elephant. All these things, through these so many antahkaranas, through these so many intellects, these so many say upadhis, let us say, through so many upadhis, he is knowing so many things. So that is what is Sarvavit. Visheshena Sarvam Janati. Samanyena Sarvam Janati iti Sarvagyaha. Visheshena Sarvam Janati iti Sarvagyaha. We can go back to that mantra. 1-1-, I think 9. Yes, Sarvagnya Sarvavit. Nisya Jnanamayam Tapaha. Where is it? Yes, Sarvagnya Sarvavit. Have I noted somewhere? 1-1-. Yes, 1-1-9. That is, yes, Sarvagnya Sarvavidu Yasya Jnanamayam Tapaha Tasmad Etad Brahma Nama Rupam Annancha Jayate. So that is where we saw. So there we saw the difference between Sarvagnya and Sarvavit. So you followed that, Sarvagnya and Sarvavit. Then, Yasya Isha Mahima Bhuvi. Yasya Esha Mahima. Of whom this whole thing is a sort of Mahima. Mahima means his own glory. His own glory, bhuvi. Bhuvi means on this earth. On this earth, whatever we see, everything, whatever this cosmic order, if cosmic order we see, the whole cosmic order and then the whole thing, whatever we see in this world. So that is what, all that is his glory. And then Divye Brahmapure, in this Divya means, you know that Dyotana, that is something to do with light, something to do with brilliance, means something to do with intelligence. Divya means something which is the seat of intelligence, which is the seat of consciousness, which is the seat of intelligence. Brahmapure, that is Brahmapuram. What is the place? What is the place for? What is the Brahmapuram? That is the place where Brahma stays. That is the Buddhi Antahkarana, isn't it? In that Antahkarana only this Brahman consciousness is reflected. So that is why it is called Brahmapuram. Hridaya Pundarika, Shankaracharya is going to say Hridaya Pundarika. Hridaya means heart, Pundarika means lotus. The heart lotus. Heart does not mean physical heart, it means the Buddhi. Buddhi Guha or the Buddhi lotus. So that is why Buddhi, it is also referred to as Sahasrara Chakra. Those people who talk about these chakras, they talk about Mooladhara Chakra, then Swadhisthana, and then coming up these various chakras, they talk about the Sahasrara Chakra, which is that Buddhi, where this Brahman is supposed to stay. So that Sahasrara Chakra, let us say. So Brahmapure, he means, we know pretty well that he sometimes Prasiddhi. Then Yesha Vyomni, Brahmapure Vyomni, in that Hridaya Pundarika, that Akasha, what is called Chidakasha, what we call Chidakasha. So this Chidakasha is not different from Mahakasha. Chidakasha is not different from, Chitta Akasha. This is called Chitta. Chitta is Antahkarana. This Chitta Akasha is not different from Chidakasha. Chidakasha is that mighty Akasha. Chitta Akasha is this consciousness associated with this Chittam. So this Chitta Akasha and Chidakasha. Yesha Vyomni Atma Pratisthitaha, that Atma, that being called Atma, that Purusha, Purishete, that which is there in every being. So that Atma is Pratisthitaha, so well established. So that's what it means. We'll see the Bhashyam. Yes, Sarvajnaha Sarvavidu Vyakhyataha.
Yes, Sarvajnaha Sarvavidu Vyakhyataha.
So this Sarvajna Sarvavid has already been commented upon. So that is what we have seen. I just repeated. The Samanyana Sarvam Janati and Visheshena Sarvam Janati. Then Tam Punar Vishinashti.
Tam Punar Vishinashti.
Tam Punaha Vishinashti. Vishinashti means clarifies with more say illustration. Vishinashti means with more Vishesha, with more attributes, with more adjectives, he is going to explain. Then Yasyaisha Prasiddhaha Mahima Vibhutihi.
Yasyaisha Prasiddhaha Mahima Vibhutihi.
Yasya, of whom Yesha Mahima Vibhutihi. This Mahima, this Vibhuti. Vibhuti is again just a manifestation, a special manifestation, an exclusive manifestation. He is this, what all we see, all these Antahkaranas, they are all his Vibhuti. Vibhuti means a manifestation. Prasiddhaha, it is so well known, it is so well seen. Mahima Vibhuti, what is that Mahima, he is asking. Kosau Mahima.
Kosau Mahima.
Yes, what is this? There is a footnote here. Kosau Mahima iti Prashnapurvakam Acharya Brahadaranaki. Okay. Kosau Mahima. Yasya ime Dyava Prithivyo.
Yasya ime Dyava Prithivyo.
Shasane Vidhrute Tishtataha.
Shasane Vidhrute Tishtataha.
Surya Chandramasau.
Surya Chandramasau.
Yasya Shasane.
Yasya Shasane.
Alata Chakravad Ajasram Brahmataha.
Alata Chakravat Ajasram Brahmadaha.
Yasya Shasane Saritaha Sagarascha.
Yasya Shasane Saritaha Sagarascha.
Swagocharam na atikramanti.
Swagocharam na atikramanti.
Okay, we'll stop here. Kosau Mahima. What is that Mahima? Then Yasya ime Dyava Prithivyav Shasane Vidhrute Tishtataha. Yasya Shasane ime Dyava Prithivyav. Yasya Shasane means in whose rule, in whose governance. Shasana means a rule or governance. In whose governance this Dyava Prithivyav, that is Dyauhu and Pruthivi. It is called Dyava Pruthivi. Sandhi becomes Dyava Pruthivi. That is the heaven and this earth. Not only heaven and earth, Antariksha, everything. It includes everything. Dyava Pruthivi, it includes all this Antariksha, etc. Thus, Yasya Shasane, in whose governance, Vidhrute. Vidhrute means well held. Dhruta. Dhruta means dharana. Dharana means holding. They are all well, held, let us say. Well held is not a very good expression. They are held in a very, very perfect way. They are very perfectly held, let us say. Not instead of well held, they are perfectly held. They are perfectly situated, located. That is it. Vidhrute tishtataha. These two, tishtataha because we are referring to two, dvivachana. Tishtataha. These two are so perfectly held. Dyavu and Prithvi are so perfectly held. So that is it. Tishtataha. Surya Chandramasau, then Yasya Shasane, and also this Surya and Chandra, Antariksha. These two people are in this Antariksha, isn't it? So these two people, Yasya Shasane, in whose governance, Alata Chakravad, Ajasram Brahmataha, they are always moving like an Alata Chakram. Alata Chakram, if you have seen in villages, you come across this only in villages, where, so there is a long stick, and then long stick, there is a flame at one end, there is another flame at another end. You put some oil-soaked cloth, and then you light it up, so it is flaming. So then you twist it. When you twist it, and some people do it with both hands. When they do it with both hands, wonderfully they will be making circles. So though the circle is not there, it is that the flame in the night, usually it is done in the night. So these two people, they will be moving, jumping and then doing with this, and then this is a wonderful spectacle. It's a wonderful spectacle. All rings, various types of rings and loops it will be making. So actually these rings and loops are not there, but it is only, there is only a stick and there is flame at both ends. But then these loops are seen because of the continuous movement. So like that, Alata, that is called Alata Chakram. Alata Chakram. Alata Shanti Prakaranam, you get it in say Mandukya Upanishad, there is a big Prakaranam called Alata Shanti Prakaranam. Maybe, God willing, we will see that also. So, Alata Chakravad, Ajasram. Ajasram means always. Brahmataha. This again Dvivachana. Surya Chandramasau, Brahmataha. These two people are also moving like that, as though they are so well held by some skillful say player, one skillful artist, one skilled artist, suppose a very skilled artist, so he is doing all the Alata Chakra Brahmanam, so like that. Then Yasya Shasane, in whose governance, Saritaha Sagarascha, Sarit means river, Saritaha means rivers, Sagarascha, and also the oceans, Swagocharam na atikramanti. They do not cross their limits. Swagocharam, their own boundaries, their own limits. Na atikramanti. They don't. Atikramanam means to go beyond. Atikramanam, to go beyond. They don't move beyond. They don't transgress. So that's it. Then Tatha Sthavaram Jangamancha.
Tatha Sthavaram Jangamancha.
Yasya Shasane Niyatam.
Yasya Shasane Niyatam.
Tatha cha. Rutavo Ayane Abdascha.
Rutavo Ayane Abdascha.
Yasya Shasanam na atikramanti.
Yasya Shasanam na atikramanti.
Okay, Tatha Sthavaram Jangamancha. You know these two words called Sthavara and Jangama. Sthavara means those which are stationary, not moving, and Jangama means those which are moving. So all the things like plants, trees, and then mountains, etc., all these things which do not move, and all the animals, all those which have prana, and then which move, all those things. Yasya Shasane Niyatam. The whole thing is so well controlled. They are all in a perfect order. They are all well controlled. Niyatam means very well controlled. And then Tathacha, likewise, Rutavaha. Rutu is a season. We have got, say, how many Rutus? 6 Rutus. What is called Vasanta Rutu, Vasanta. If now we are running Shishira Rutu, it is called. 6 Rutus are there according to our calendar. Then each Rutu having 2 months. Then Ayana, we have got 2 Ayana. That is Dakshinayana and Uttarayana. So that is Ayane. That is why it is called Ayane. Ayanam Ayane. Then Abdascha. Abda means year. Abdaha. Kalishata Abdaha. Kalishaka Abdaha you say. So Shaka Abdaha. That is year. Shaka years. Shabda Abdascha. Then Yasya Shasanam na atikramanti. Whose rule they do not go beyond. Whose order they don't transgress or violate. Then Tatha Kartaraha Karmani.
Tatha Kartaraha Karmani.
Kartaraha Karmani Phalancha.
अर्थः कर्तारः कर्माणि फलं च
यत् शासनात्
यच्छासनात्
स्वं स्वं कालं न अतिवर्तन्ते
स्वं स्वं कालं नातिवर्तन्ते
स एष महिमा.
स एष महिमा.
And all those things are so perfectly established. All the human activity is being described. That is, all the human activity means all the karma. You do a particular karma. It may be a secular karma or it may be something to do with a religious thing. So for every karma there is a sort of result. And then that particular result is just commensurate with whatever you are doing. So this is something which is also having a rule. And it is not violating. Say this karma and karma phalam, and then that duration, there is a duration also for that karma phalam. So that karma phalam, kalam, yat shasanat, swam swam kalam, they have got a time limit. Swam swam kalam means kala parimiti, the time limit. Na ativartante, they don't go beyond. So you have done this much of punyam, you will get this much of time in heaven. Or you have done so much of work in the office, you will get so much of say money. So something like that. Or you in a particular transaction, you behave in a particular way, and then correspondingly you get some result. Correspondingly you get some goodwill or bad will. So that is it. Kalam nati vartante. They don't go beyond. Iti sa esha mahima. This is all the beauty. This is all the vibhuti. This is all the manifestation of that Brahman only. Then bhuvi loke.
Bhuvi loke.
Yasya sa esha.
Yasya sa esha.
Esha sarvajnyaha.
Esha sarvajnyaha.
Evam mahima devaha.
Evam mahima devaha.
So bhuvi, that word, where is that bhuvi? Yeah, mahima bhuvi. Bhuvi means loke, in this whole world. Yasya sa esha. Whatever we are seeing, all this is sarvajnyaha, yayesha sarvajnyaha. So evam mahima devaha. Evam mahima devaha means that God who is having this type of mahima. Evam mahima. Evam mahima devaha means that say God who is having this type of mahima, this type of glory. Then divye dyotanavati.
Divye dyotanavati.
We are coming to the next line. Divye brahmapure hyesha. Divye dyotanavati sarva bauddha pratyaya kruta dyotane brahmapure.
Sarva bauddha pratyaya kruta dyotane brahmapure.
Brahmanotra chaitanya swarupena nitya abhivyaktatvad.
Brahmano hyatra chaitanya swarupena nitya abhivyaktatvad.
Brahmanah puram hrudaya pundarikam.
Brahmanah puram hrudaya pundarikam.
Tasmin yad vyoma tasmin vyomni akashe.
Tasmin yat vyoma tasmin vyomni akashe.
Hrut pundarika madhyasthe.
Hrut pundarika madhyasthe.
Pratisthita iva upalabhyate.
Pratisthita iva upalabhyate.
Okay. So divye, now we are coming to that word divye brahmapure hyesha. Divya, I told you, divya doesn't mean just brilliant and shining and whatnot. Dyotanavati, prakasha. Prakasha is always connected to intelligence. Dyotanavati, that is where you have all your experiences. You see, sense organs, they perceive and then they submit to the mind, and then it is the mind which is perceiving all these things, isn't it? So Dyotanavati, Sarva Bauddha Pratyaya Kruta Dyotane. So that is where all these Buddhi Pratyayas, Bauddha does not refer to Buddhists. Bauddha means something related to Buddhi is called Bauddha. Bauddha Pratyaya. Pratyaya means an experience, a knowledge. All these knowledges, all these experiences which take place in the mind, Kruta, that means something which is caused by. All these things caused by. Dyotane, Kruta Dyotane. So this shining caused by all these Buddhi Pratyayas, the shining caused by all these Buddhi Pratyayas, in that Brahmapure, in that Brahma, what is called Brahmapuri. Well, he is explaining that word Brahmapuri. Brahmanaha atra chaitanya swarupena nitya abhivyaktatvat. Because this Brahma is always abhivyakta, manifest. Abhivyakta means manifest. Abhivyaktatvat. This Brahman is always manifest in that Buddhi only, nowhere else. Just as electricity is manifest only in a bulb, electricity may be in a wire, but it is manifest only in a gadget. Unless there is a gadget, you can't see the functioning of the electricity. So like that, Brahmanatra Chaitanya Swarupena, in the form of Chaitanya. In what form is it manifest? Chaitanya Swarupena. In the form of Chaitanya, it is manifest. Nitya Abhivyaktatvat. It is always manifest in that intellect only. So that is why it is called Brahmanaha Puram. Brahmapuram is Brahmanaha Puram. That is the place where Brahma is located. And Hrudaya Pundarikam. This Pundarika, this lotus called Hrudaya or Buddhi. Then tasmin yad vyoma, and then there in that space called chitta akasha, in that space called chitta akasha, vyoma means akasha, vyoma means space.
Yeah.
In that space, tasmin vyomni, in that akasha, in that what is called chitta akasha. What is it, chitta akasha? Hrut pundarika madhyaste, in the middle of that hrut pundarika, in the middle of that say thing called the lotus of heart lotus, let us say. It is not as though there is something called lotus here and then there is a cavity there and all that. It is basically a visualization that this mind, buddhi, is visualized as a lotus, and then in the middle of that lotus there is that space. So this whatever intellect which is reflected in this chaitanya, in this buddhi, is the same which is there outside, which is reflecting in any other antahkarana. In all these antahkaranas, it is the same Atma Chaitanya which is reflecting. So that is what it is. So tasmin vyomni akashe hridaya pundarika madhyaste pratisthita iva. Shankaracharya never fails to use the word iva. Because if you say pratisthitaha, then it is looking as though there is one Chaitanya there and another Chaitanya here, and then there is another Chaitanya in some other intellect, some other Chaitanya in some other intellect. It is not as though it is pratisthita iva, as though it is established, because it is reflecting. Sunlight is not something which is pratisthita here. Sun's light is everywhere. Sun's light is here, it is there, it is outside, it is there everywhere. So like that, it is pratisthita iva. It is as though it is pratisthita, well established here. Pratisthita means prakarshena tishtati. It is so well established. Iva upalabhyate. Upalabhyate means it is seen, it is realized like that. This Atma is realized in this buddhi guha only, as though it is established in this buddhi guha by virtue of all these buddhi pratyayas, sarva buddhi pratyayas, by all these cognitions, by all the experience of all these cognitions. It is, this Brahman is appearing as though it is located in this buddhi. Then, and he is explaining, iva nahi akashavat sarvagatasya
Nahi akashavat sarvagatasya
gatihi agatihi pratisthava anyatha sambhavati.
Gatihi agatihi pratisthava anyatha sambhavati.
Okay. So that is nahi, indeed it does not, it is akashavat sarvagatasya, of that Brahman which is all pervading like this space, akashavat sarvagata, which is all pervading like that space. Ma has to be brought here. Na gatihi agatihi pratisthava sambhavati. Gatihi means movement, agatihi arrival. Gati is departure, agati is arrival. Then pratishtha, in some place, some well established, etc. It does not happen. You can't visualize this in the case of an all-pervading thing. In the case of a small limited thing, there can be a gati, agati, and then pratishtha, etc. But in the case of something which is all-pervading, there is no question of movement. So that's what he is clarifying. Then Sahi Atma, that is the next mantra, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, we'll read the next thing. Because in this edition, this Manomaya Prana Sharira Neta is continuing as with the same number 7. Let us read it. Manomaya Prana Sharira Neta
Manomaya prana sharira neta
Pratisthitone Hrudayam Sannidhaya
Pratisthitone hrudayam sannidhaya
Tadvijnanena Paripashyanti Dhira
Tadvijnanena paripashyanti dhira
Anandarupam Amrutam Yadvibhati.
Anandarupam amrutam yadvibhati.
Okay. So Manomaya, we are again coming to this same Brahma, Manomaya, that which is reflected in the intellect. Manomaya is that which is reflected in the intellect. Manomaya, Sarvatmaka. So all this, say with all these adjectives, we are visualizing a Saguna Brahma. Anandagiri is explaining, Sarveshwaratva, Manomayatva, the Guna Visishta Brahmanaha. So that is of that Brahman who is having these attributes called Sarveshwaratva, Manomayatva. He is called Sarveshwara. He is called Manomaya. Strictly speaking, that Shuddha Chaitanya is neither Sarveshwara nor Manomaya. That Shuddha Chaitanya, the Mayavachinna Chaitanya, again comes when it comes to the level of Mayavachinna Chaitanya, that is Ishvara. So that is something which is reflected as Sarveshwara, Manomaya, etc. etc. Adi Guna Visishta Brahmanaha, Hrudaya Pundarike Dhyanamcha, Krama Mukti Phalam. Anandagiri is clarifying the context. Sometimes Anandagiri explains where Shankaracharya has slightly left out. So he is explaining the context. So this is for the case of, this is for the sake of a slightly lower level of seeker who wants to do this upasana and all that. By that upasana, Omkara upasana, and then visualizing all that thing. So then he is reaching that, he is following that what is called Devayana. We have seen that word Devayana. So through that he attains that Krama Mukti. So that's what he says. So Manomaya is that Saguna Brahma who is called Manomaya Purusha.
Excuse me, Devayana is actually Satyamukti, no?
Devayana is not Satyamukti.
Pitruyana is...
Pitruyana is pure karma. Pitruyana is pure karma, ritual, etc. Okay. Where this karma, he performs a karma, he goes to some Swargaloka or some other loka and then comes back after the tenure is over. Devayana is something where karma is mixed with upasana. Because we have seen it in Kathopanishad also. Where Vidyancha, Avidyancha, Stadvedo, Bhayagam Saha. We have seen that. Vidya and Avidya. Avidya is that karma, Vidya is upasana. So there, that Vidya and karma, that is upasana and karma samuchaya, a combination has been suggested there. So that is what we see. So there, that is Devayana. There he goes to Devaloka, called Satyaloka or some other loka, where he is supposed to stay with that Hiranyagarbha, and by the grace of God he will attain realization, and then he will get liberated from there. That is what is called phased liberation or Krama Mukti. So that is what Krama Mukti Phalam, Anandagiri is saying, Krama Mukti Phalam. Where are we? Yeah, Prana, then Manomaya, Prana Sharira Neta. Prana Sharira Neta. Neta, what is the meaning of Neta? Nayati. The root Naya. Naya Dhatu, meaning of Naya means lead. Nayati means leads. One who leads is leader. Nayati iti Neta. He is the leader. What? Leader of what? Prana and Sharira. That is, of this Prana and Sharira, of this Prana and Linga Sharira, we are now coming to that Linga Sharira, he is the Neta. He is the leader. In what sense? He is leading this Prana and Sharira from one body to another body. Leading this Prana and Sharira, Linga Sharira, from one body to another body. That means the same Chaitanya is always there. Whether the body, after the body falls also, there is a Chaitanya which is associated with that. There is Chaitanya which is associated with this Linga Sharira. Linga Sharira again, what is this Linga Sharira? Linga Sharira means the 17 constituents, that is, what is this? 10 Indriyas, Jnanendriya and Karmendriya, Pancha Prana, and then Manas and Buddhi, with all the baggage of all this karma, previous karma, all that thing is Linga Sharira, isn't it? Manas and Buddhi means the whole baggage. All that thing from one body to another body it goes. That is what we call transmigration. What we call transmigration is not of the physical body, it is of that Linga Sharira. So it is also blessed by this intelligence only. Blessed means it is also affected by this consciousness only. Consciousness is because it is pervading. This thing again goes into another body. So it is, in that sense, it is called Prana Sharira Neta. It is supposed to be the leader. Then it is again in a figurative way. Pratisthitaha Anne. Anne means in this Annamaya Kosha, in this Deha. Pratisthitaha, it is looking as though it is set up, it is there, Pratisthitaha. Then Hrudayam Sannidhaya, in this body, Hrudayam Sannidhaya, having taken this Hrudayam or heart or Buddhi as the seat, Sannidhanam. You know that Sannidhanam? Sannidhanam is a place that where the Daiva Sannidhanam, where this God is located. Hrudayam Sannidhaya means having that Hrudayam as its Sannidhanam, having that Hrudayam or Buddhi as its place. Then Tad Vijnanena, by realizing that, he is going to say, Shankaracharya is going to explain what is that Vijnana. Tad Vijnanena Dhiraha Paripashyanti. Dhiraha means wise people, discriminating people, Vivekinaha. Those people, Paripashyanti. Pari means all around, Paripashyanti. You see Brahman everywhere. Because once you realize that the same Brahman is in you, you realize that the Brahman is there in everything. Once you realize that you are not different from Brahma, it means that your enemy also is not different from Brahma. So someone else is also not different from Brahma. You see that everything as Brahman, Paripashyanti. So they realize Brahman everywhere. Paripashyanti. And what? Ananda Rupam, that is of the nature of bliss. Then Amrutam Yad Vibhati. Amrutam. This is what is Amrutam. Again, we refer to what is the state of realization, where say all these karmas, they only lead to some result which is again leading to this cycle of birth and death, isn't it? So this freedom from birth and death is called Amrutam. This freedom from this cycle of birth and death is called Amrutam. That is going beyond this cycle of birth and death. So that is what is that realization. Ananda Rupam Amrutam Yad Vibhati. That Vibhati means Vividham Bhati. It is appearing in so many antahkaranas, appearing as so many things. So that is why, that's what it is. We'll see the Bhashyam. Where is it? Okay. Sahi Atma Tatrasthaha Manovruttibhireva Vibhavyata iti Manomayaha Mana Upadhitvat. So it is called Manomaya. Sahi Atma, the same Atma. Sahi Atma means the same Atma. Manomayaha, it is called Manomaya because Mana Upadhitvat. This mind is its Upadhi. We know this word Upadhi. Upadhi means a limiting adjunct, a limiting factor. Why? Tatrasthaha. It is manifest there only. Manovruttibhireva vibhavyate. It is revealed by all these manovrittis. You know the word vritti. Vritti means chitta vritti. Chitta vritti is that modification of mind. Whatever thought frame which arises in your mind, that is what is chitta vritti. So this Vishesha Abhivyakti, again we have to come to the example of the bulb only. Electricity may be everywhere, it is manifest in one place only, in a gadget. So like that, Manovruttibhireva vibhavyate. Again you can call back that line from Kenopanishad. Kenopanishad Pratibodha Viditam Matam. In every cognition you can see that. So that is it. Its presence is seen in every cognition. Manovruttibhireva vibhavyate. Vibhavyate means it is revealed. Vibhavyate iti Manomayaha. Then Prana Sharira Neta. Pranascha Sharirancha Prana Shariram. Prana Shariram. Yeah, that also is there. Pranascha Shariramcha Prana. Oh, there is one extra word here. Pranascha Shariramcha Prana Shariram. Tasya ayam neta. Sthulat Sharirat Sharirantaram Prati. So he is explaining the word Prana Sharira Neta. What is Prana Shariram? Pranascha Shariramcha. Prana and also Shariram. Shariram means here the meaning is Linga Shariram, not the physical body. Shariram means it is Linga Shariram, Linga Deham, Linga Shariram. Tasya ayam neta. Of that, he is the neta. He is the person who is conducting, who is leading. It is not as though physically this consciousness is taking away. Because of its all-pervasive nature, all-pervading nature, this when the Linga Sharira goes, almost that also is pervaded by say Antaka, this Chaitanyam only. So that is what it is. Tasyayam Neta Sthula Sharira Sharirantaram Prati. That is from one Sthula Sharira to another Sthula Sharira. What is it that is taken? Linga Sharira. Shariram cha. 1 second. This Linga Shariram is something which is carried, as though carried by this, say this Chaitanyam only, from one gross body to another gross body. We know this, I need not again explain this transmigration, etc., because we have heard it several times. Prana Shariram, Sharirantaram Prati. Okay. Pratisthitaha avasthitaha Anne Bhujyamana Anna Vipariname Vipariname Pratidinam Upachiyamane Apachiyamane cha Pindarupanne. Pindarupa Anne. That is Pindarupa Anne. That is Anne which is Pindarupe. That is Annam which is in the form of a Pinda. Pinda means a body. So our body is nothing but Annam. Our body is nothing but food, because food only determines our body. Right from time of birth, even prior to birth, right from the womb stage, whatever the mother takes, it goes to feed, to say build up the body, and then once the body comes out again, we keep on eating and eating. So that is how upachiyamane, apachiyamane. If you eat well, it becomes strong. If you don't eat well, it is apachiyamana. It becomes weak. Upachiyamana means upachaya is gathering. Apachaya means losing. So you are gaining and losing weight as you eat. So that is it. So, pratisthitah avasthitah, anne. It is anne pratisthitah, that's what it said, isn't it? Pratisthito anne hrudayam sannidhaya, pratisthitah anne. Anne pratisthitah means in this body. Anne means annamaya sharire. In this annamaya sharire, what is the nature of that annamaya sharira? Bhujyamana anna vipariname. It is just a modification of whatever food is eaten by you. Bhujyamana means that which is being eaten. Anna viparinama. This deha is nothing but the viparinama or a modification of the food which you have eaten or which you are eating. Then vipariname pratidinam upachiyamane apachiyamane se. Every day it is gaining and losing. That sort of pinda rupa anne. This annam which is in the form of a pinda. So where is in this annamaya deha, where is it again? In this hrudaya, in the buddhi. Hrudayam buddhihi.
Hrudayam buddhihi.
Sorry, not buddhihi, buddhim. Hrudayam buddhim.
Hrudayam buddhim.
Pundarika chhidre sannidhaya samavasthaya. Samavasthapya.
Pundarika chhidre sannidhaya samavasthapya.
Okay. Hrudayam is in Dvitiya Bhakti. Hrudayam sannidhaya. Hrudayanni. Sannidhaya. Sannidhiga jesukuni. So something like that. Hrudayam buddhim. What is that buddhi? Pundarika chhidre. In that space called space within that pundarika. Space within that lotus. Chitta akasha. In that chitta akasha. Pratisthitaha. That chhidra. Chhidra means a cavity. Chhidra is a cavity, that space, let us say. Sannidhaya, having that as the sannidhi. Some avasthapya, having well established itself. Samyak avasthapya, having well established itself. Then hrudayavasthanameva hyatmanah sthitihi.
Hrudayavasthanameva mevahi
Atmanah sthitihi. Nahi atmanah sthitiranne.
Nahi atmanah sthitiranne.
So he is explaining the word anne. That does not mean that it is established in annamaya kosha. It is established in manas. It is established in buddhi. That's what he says. Hrudayavasthanameva hi atmanah sthitihi. That is, atmanas, the existence of atma. Atmanah sthitihi means the presence of that atma is hrudayavasthanam. It is in that hrudaya only. It is in that heart only. Heart in the sense buddhi. Hrudaya, always take it as buddhi. Buddhi only. Nahi atmanah sthitihi anne. It is not as though this atma is existing in this physical body, now existing in this annamaya kosha. Then tadatmatvam, tadatmatattvam vijnanena, vishishtena shastra acharyopadesha janitena jnanena. Shastra acharyopadesha janitena jnanena. Okay, vihitena jnanena, janitena is more correct. It can't be a vidhi. Jnanam cannot be a vidhi, isn't it? Jnanam cannot be a vidhi. Jnanam has to arise in the mind, isn't it? Shastra acharyopadesha janitena. Shastram teaches something. Acharya teaches something. So the Shastra and Acharya, they are only external agents. They are teaching you. And that jnanam has to arise in your own mind. Shastra and Acharya cannot say mandate. Vidhi means a mandate. So that vihita means mandated. It is not mandated. Because nobody can say, yes, you become a jnani. It is up to us. It may arise, may not arise. So janitena jnanena shamadama dhyana sarvatyaga vairagyodbhutena Paripashyanti sarvatah Purnam pashyanti upalabhante Dhiraha vivekinaha. So, okay. Tad atma tattvam, tad vijnanena. We are coming to the second line of the mantra. Tad vijnanena paripashyanti dhiraha. That line. Tad vijnanena. Tad. What is that tad? Atma tattvam. That nature of Atman. Vijnanena. Vijnanena means by realizing. How vishishtena, vijnana, vishishtena, how Shastra Acharya Upadesha Janitena Jnanena. How is it, what is it associated with? This Jnanam is associated with, or rather it is, it is distinguished as. Vishishtena means it is distinguished as. Let us say distinguished, this is a better thing. Vishishtena, this is distinguished as Shastra Acharya Upadesha Janitena. This is something which arises out of the teaching of the Shastra and Acharya. Shastra is there. Shastra is the primary thing. And then Acharya is again, he is a medium. Shastra is something, Acharya is the medium who explains. Upadesha. Upadesha. He Upadishati. Very closely teaches. It is very close teaching. Upadesha Janitena. By that, because the teacher is somewhat like a monitor. The guru or Acharya is somewhat like a monitor who monitors your emotions, who monitors your mental maturity and growth. Spiritual growth, let us say. Janitena Jnanena, these are what are measured. Shama, Dama, Dhyana, Sarvatyaga, whether the fellow is having Shama. Shama is Antarindriya Nigraha, Dama is Bahyendriya Nigraha, then Dhyana, that capacity to meditate. Dhyana means that is Shama, Dama are external things. Dhyana again comes to the mind because you are also concentrating the mind. Dhyana, then Sarvatyaga, this Sarvatyaga means that having dispassion towards all things. Then Vairagya. Vairagya is dispassion. Sarvatyaga means giving up all unnecessary efforts. Giving up all unnecessary karmas, all unnecessary efforts. Vairagyodbhutena. Udbhutena means that which has arisen out of. That which has arisen. That Vairagya which has arisen. With that sort of thing, with that sort of jnana, Udbhutena jnanena. It is an adjective for that jnana. Then Paripashyanti. Paripashyanti means they see Brahman all around. Sarvataha, everywhere. Purnam Pashyanti, completely. Purnam, they see this Brahman fully, everywhere. Fully Pashyanti. Upalabhante means they realize, they see that Brahman. Dhiraha Vivekinaha. Then what type of Brahman? Ananda Rupam. He is explaining. Ananda Rupam. Sarvanartha Dukkhayasa Prahinam Amrutam.
Sarvanartha Dukkhaya Saprahinam Sukharupam.
Ayasa Prahinam Amrutam.
Ayasa Prahinam Sukharupam Amrutam.
Okay, that also can be there. Sarvanartha Dukkha Ayasa Prahina Sukharupam Amrutam, your book says. Prahinam Amrutam, my book says. Yad Vibhati Visheshena Swatmanyeva Bhati Sarvada.
Visheshena Swatmanyeva Bhati Sarvada.
Okay, that Ananda Rupam which is there, Atmanyeva Bhati. When you have all these things, Shama, Dama, Dhyana, Sarvatyaga, Vairagya, then what else is remaining? You are very pretty well happy. So that is Ananda Rupam. That Atma which is not connected with anything is so Ananda, is so blissful. Ananda Rupa, being alone is not boredom. Being alone, for a Vedanti, being alone is a state of happiness. For somebody, for a man of the world, being alone is something which is a torture. So you put a man in some single cell prison, it is a torture for him. But for a viragi, for a saintly person, it is a bliss. It is happily, blissfully, he is happily sitting. So this Shama Dama Dhyana, where are we? Ananda Rupam. Sarva Anartha Dukkha Ayasa Prahinam. That is, which is devoid of Prahinam. Prahinam means that which is devoid of. Hina. That is Ha Dhatu. Ha Dhatu means to Ohak Tyage. That is where it is not there at all. Prahina. Sarva, what are all missing here? Sarva Anartha. All types of unwanted things. Sarva Anartha. Dukkha, pain, ayasa, strain, pain, strain, and all anarthas, all these things they are absent here. Amrutam. So this is that Amrutam. Yad Vibhati, that which is shining, where Visheshena Swatmanyeva Bhati Sarvada. It is there Swatmanyeva, in one's own self, it is there always. This Ananda Rupa Brahma is present always in your own self. When you are having this Upadesha, when you are having all this equipment called Shama, Dama, etc., these are all the equipments, these are all the prerequisites for Brahmajnana. Bhati Sarvada. Okay, we will continue in the next class. So we have completed only one mantra today.
Two, sir.
Two, okay.
In your book it is only one.
Okay. Om, is time over? Okay. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.